Welcome back, everybody. This is Jesse with Finesse Flights, and today we're going to be checking out the MAMBA stack from Diatone. This one is the 30 by 30 stack. This is how it comes in this little can. But I purchased it from Race Day Quads. I usually mainly do most of my shopping from Puro Flip RC, but this was a good deal, and Puro doesn't have this in stock at the moment. But anyway, let's get to it, check it out, and see how it comes. It comes in this nice little foam. Keep it safe, because I don't know how your guys' shipping is, but where I'm at, they're terrible with packages. First of all, first thing I notice is the gold, the gold micro USB port. It looks really good. It's kind of got a flat look to it. It's really nice looking. Everything is labeled really nice. Although one thing I do notice is the power tabs for your XT60 wires are kind of small. Everything's pretty small and tight, but I use, it's not a fine tip, but that's what I use when I solder majority of everything. But shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, there's a label on the back also. I know it's been a while since I've done any reviews, but this was kind of interesting. This is the first actual stack that I've bought like this. Normally I buy ESC and then I'll match it to majority of my bike boards are the Puro Flip boards. If you've seen some of my other videos, excuse my mess up here, it's a total utter mess going on, but I've been flying and breaking some stuff and putting stuff together that I've had lying around. But anyway, yeah, it comes with the cable already connected. Everything looks nice and clean, though. I will say that. That's the boot button. I don't really care for stuff hanging off the sides, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Alright, let's get into this. This gives you some information about what is included. It's called the MAMBA F405 Power Tower. Has a 5-volt 2-amp BEC, OSD beta flight, 40 amp by 4 bursts for 50 amp max for 5 seconds. So it's continuously 40 amps. Okay, the current sensor is 169 amp. Input 3 to 6S LiPo. So let's open this guy up and see what's going on here. Okay. As you can see, they kind of have it laid out to where everything needs to go. That is the front of the board, just like I had it sitting facing that direction. There's the arrow. So it tells you the camera goes here. There's a spot for a buzzer. I don't know how many people, if you do long range, you probably use buzzers still. Receiver, of course, that is that looks like a, I don't know what that is. That looks like a I don't know if that's a Free Sky receiver or not. I keep bumping this thing. I'm sorry, it's my hat. But anyway, we'll go on, of course. If you want to run it with individual ESCs, I guess, and run a PDB, it has your VCC, your voltage in, and your ground, but we're not going to be using it that way. It will be powered via the ESC and one of these wires here, which is on the back, but there's no indication of what those are. You'll have to refer to the back, which we will do. The ESCs are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4 ESCs. Then it says input. That says current. Having a hard time seeing that without my glasses on. It says current NC, which is not connected. ESC4, 3, 2, 1, VCC, and ground. So VCC is where the full voltage is going to tie into the flight controller. Current is the current sensor, which must be on board of the ESC. Yep, right there. There's the current sensor. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. And they do have everything labeled nicely, as you can see here. Shows you where everything goes, which actually is pretty nice. A lot of places doesn't think of that, which I like it. So anyway, let's see what's all the rest in the container. We have should be a low ESR capacitor, and it says it is a Sanyo 470 microfarad 35 volt capacitor. Just stick that guy back in there. Here you have your XT60. It's kind of one of those flimsy ones. It's not the hard, like the yellow ones are pretty hard. This one's not like that. I prefer the harder ones. I like the black because it's not as, it's aesthetically pleasing. You get an extra JST wire to connect to the flight board and controller. And here is your battery wire. It's nice that they include all that. It's on a little on the short side, but yeah, still pretty cool that they include that. And that is it for the package. That's all you get, but for the price, you can't. How can you pass this thing up for $44 or $43? That's impossible. I don't know how they're doing it. It's either a total junk or just cheap. It's a good part. It's cheap. Now I've heard from like Albert Kim and a few other guys, big guys that review stuff. They've been running these in their pre-built quads already. So this is nothing new. They just started selling it separately, but they have been running these, so they have been tried and tested. Everybody says that they do pretty good, all of the big reviewers, but you know, I'm assuming they're going to say it's good no matter what, because they're getting it for free. I paid for mine. So what I tell you is my experience, my full-on experience. You know, I've had people say that certain things have been garbage, and I've tried them and they're not. They actually did good. Like majority of my builds have the Racer Star 3 to 6S ESCs in them. This one here, it's an Airbot, the blue one, the V2. This guy here has the Racer Star 35 amp in it.